Johnson taking it away from Rob Wright. And Kansas State controls. K-State in the purple and BYU in the white. So our third of 4 games here in Kansas City on day 1. Kamari McGriff looking for some help right here. And then a cut. Haggerty lost it out of bounds. And it'll be BYU basketball. All right, the BYU starting 5. Wright, DeBonsa, Kostic gets another start. Keita and Moo Davis. Remember, Richie Saunders done for the year following that ACL injury.
Well, the big 3 has become a big 2, and they're going to hook up right here.
Rob Wright off the mark. And K-State the other way. Here is P.J. Haggerty. He bears watching. This is a guy that can really fill it up.
Oh, and that's why Moo Davis, John, is guarding him. We saw Moo really turn up the defense against Christian Anderson Saturday night.
Haggerty puts it on the floor. Couple of ball fakes. And then they turn it over. Let's check in with Angel Gray.
Guys, for BYU, Robert Wright III is like a Swiss Army knife. And when I was talking to him, I asked him does he look overlooked with his impressive number. He leads the team in assists. He also is second in scoring, but he said he does not feel like he is overlooked. As an undersized guard, he always feels like he has something to prove. He said that mentality specifically has come from him being the eldest of 10 siblings. He said, I had to deal with how many personalities to put together and how to get one goal, the common thread to come together. He said with BYU, that's why he is a better point guard in this position.
He had 23 in the second half in the win against Texas Tech. Keita follows his own miss with a stuff, and BYU starts the scoring.
And let me add to that, Angel, because as you know, he played high school basketball with Cooper Flagg, and last year at Baylor, he...
Both, DeBonsa the rebound. And BYU up a couple here in the early going. DeBonsa. Taj Manning on DeBonsa here. AJ backing down, steps back, jumper, rolls it home.
How many times this season have we seen that move almost like he has perfected it, John? He's so good at backing in and then raising up over. In this case, a good defender is Taj Manning.
Nate Johnson handling here. And DeBonsa steps in the passing lane and takes it away. Kostic catch and shoot.
Oh, nice.
Save inside, and then Davis had it blocked.
Well, Davis wanted to foul, but Moo's got to put that ball in the basket. Great hustle by DeBonsa.
Haggerty going to work inside, off the window and in for P.J. Haggerty, who averages 23.3 points per game. He is the country's 4th leading scorer.
He's had 30 points, John, 5 different times this year. Let's go back and watch A.J. DeBonsa now. You know, they say in the NBA and college, the mid-range is dead, don't shoot it. Well, there are guys that shoot this at a high level. I can think of Kevin Durant comes to mind immediately. But we love when A.J.'s in that high paint area.
Yeah, DeBonsa, guy that can do a little bit of everything. The freshman of the year in the Big 12, first team All-League, but not the player of the year. Went to Jaden Bradley. Johnson. And a rebound pulled down by Manning. Nate Johnson kicks over to Haggerty. And P.J. going to work to the corner. Johnson got it. Nate Johnson, a transfer from Akron. He is a really good player.
Yes, and I'll tell you what they did on the weak side. They set a flare screen. As the ball got taken into the paint, the flare screen really opened up Johnson in that corner.
Here's DeBonsa looking for space, foul on the floor.
Let's go back and watch this, John. I think it's Haggerty who's going to put it on the floor into the paint. Keep your eye on this now. Watch that weak side right there. That's great. Kick out. Flare screen, well done. Nicely designed by Matt Driscoll, who we should mention, and we will throughout the night. He has replaced Jerome Tang, who was let go February 15th. Matt Driscoll, John, an excellent offensive mind.
Goes back a long way with Jerome Tang. He was on Scott Drew's original staff at Baylor. Kostic flying in, loose ball, and eventually it's Manning with it. Here comes K-State. Johnson.
Shooter.
Kostic off the mark. And let's see. They get the foul, I believe. Was it on Keita? Nope, it's on Alexei Kostic. 5-4 K-State here in the early going. Castillo, little hesitation. Gets inside and has it knocked away.
Everyone is trying to figure out how they can be the upset team, how they can figure things out here in this tournament.
Well, these two teams met January 3rd in Manhattan, and BYU picked up a 10-point win. And there is Hadim Boop, who had a really nice game against Texas Tech, especially on the defensive end.
Oh, John, he can guard all 5 positions. And we talked to Kevin Young yesterday. He thinks he's going to be one of those guys that fits perfectly as they continue to build this program. There's those hands again. Look at him.
Haggerty here. Kostic kicks out Johnson, buries it from deep. Nate Johnson, his second 3. He's 39% from beyond the arc this year.
You highlighted him early, John. This guy was not only the back player of the year a year ago, but the back defensive player of the year. The last guy to do that in that league was Bonzi Wells, who went on and had a solid career. He started at Ball State, played in the NBA Wild. There's Nate, young man from the Cincinnati area. Good ball movement. And really versatile, John. He defends, he goes to the hole, he can shoot the 3. He's had a good season as he stepped up from MAC competition to the Big 12.
Right at the basket and in. We saw a lot of that Saturday against Texas Tech. Haggerty waited and hit.
Oh, man. How good was that? Slow motion.
Yep. So last year, he was the nation's 3rd leading scorer, led Memphis to a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament. Wright looking for some help. DeBonsa puts it on the floor and then kicks out. Wright at the basket, scoops it home.
I'll tell you what, give Moo Davis credit because he started that chain of events with great ball movement. It's nice to have DeBonsa and Wright, John, who can get buckets at will.
Well, they've been that 2-headed monster, especially since Saunders went down. Johnson feeling it, his 3rd 3. And Nate Johnson off to a hot start, averaging 12.5 a game. He's already got 9. Right inside to the corner, DeBonsa. And Davis tracks it down. DeBonsa again hits. A.J. DeBonsa with 5 early points and his first 3 of the game.
Good hustle again by Moo Davis. We talked about him on Saturday night. It's not just shooting jumpers. It's the gritty stuff that he did Saturday and has carried it over today.
Haggerty gets it back off the glass. Wouldn't go. Boop gets it to Wright, and BYU the other way, trying to tie it.
Nice.
And Wright had it. Kevin Young said, yeah, Rob Wright, he's like built like an NFL running back. And then I just used it on Saturday with absolutely no credit. And when I came clean on that, he just laughed out loud. He was like, I heard that.
That's you know what made me feel good about that whole exchange with you and him? He actually turned the sound up on the broadcast.
They've been muting us for so long,
well,
Franny.
there's some coaches in the league that will do that, but when they hear the dulcet tone voice of John Shambi, who would not want to turn the sound up?
That is untrue. Tied at 15 here with 13 minutes to go here in the first half. K-State and BYU. Oh, Castillo almost lost it. Now he does. DeBonsa out of bounds. And out of bounds. And DeBonsa wants a foul, and he's looking. And now Tyler Kumpf will.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to. See DeBonsa and Castillo
And I tell you, that's close.
Yeah.
It's too early to challenge it. You don't want to waste it with 12 minutes to go in the first half. But I couldn't tell either way. But too early to challenge it. You don't want to waste it with 12 minutes to go in the first half. But I couldn't tell either way. But give AJ credit. He sold it.
Jabanza with C.J. Jones on him. And now Mihailo Boskovic knocks it down.
Well, we talked to the coaching staff, and this young man got a huge ovation on Saturday night, on senior night. And mom and dad and sisters were chiming in from Serbia. That was cool. On the scoreboard.
Johnson again. And again he hits. He's got a dozen on 4 threes. Boskovic puts it on the floor. High arcing shot.
Pretty shot. Young man from Serbia. He's a stretch big. And he's already shown you that he's got that range and the touch.
He had been scoreless in each of their last 4 games. Or I beg your pardon, last 3 games. Right, kick out, Jabanza wide open. Rattles it home, and BYU with a 5-point advantage. Timeout, Kansas State. Shooting, passing, rebounding.
Totally agree. And as I said, first guy in over 25 years to be MAC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Pretty nice honor.
Yeah, believe it. Castillo swings it off the hands of Haggerty, out of bounds.
I'll tell you, John, that's the 4th turnover, but 3 of them are just, you just got to catch the basketball.
Yeah, unforced errors.
Yeah. Can't have that tonight, not with the firepower of Jabanza and Wright. Look at that.
Pulls up and hits.
He's had such an amazing year, John. 24 times, over 20 points. Brings it every single night.
Haggerty into the paint, kick out. Johnson wide open again. This time it won't fall. McGriff, put back is good.
Nicely done, Kamari. Nice job. He's a big, wide body. And he really carved out some space right there with a good touch as well.
Rob Wright off the bounce, off the glass and in.
He is so talented.
Haggerty, left
he is
hand, and one of 6 active players who scored 2,000 or more points. Can't complete the 3-point play, and BYU back the other way, up by 5. Cato went down hard.
Cato's still down.
Wright going to work, gets inside, contested, and a rebound pulled down by K-State. Haggerty up ahead. A little floater wouldn't fall. Haggerty tried again, and it wouldn't go.
Yeah, Boskovic was shaking in his boots right there, but he did a nice job of
really helped them.
Yes.
And when they've had their struggles, it's been more on the defensive end of the court. And I think the thought was Pickens would have helped defensively.
Yep. And I was in Orlando when Dawson Baker hurt that knee at the ESPN event down there. Nice.
Couple of fakes, left hand to Jabanza.
You know, with all the great athleticism we watch from him, his footwork is stellar. He is so fundamentally sound.
#1 recruit in the country. He's lived up to the hype. Diamande with a steal, going the other way at the basket, and puts it in.
So good. Look at the hustle.
Jabanza,
watch out.
Hesitation. And they get him for the travel.
When he believes he's fouled.
Yes.
And I think what's happened is that the officials then believe he's crying wolf, so when he does get fouled, they're not going to call it. And that's nitpicking.
Inside McGriff, high arcing shot. Jabanza with the board.
Oh, I like it. I like this.
Manning on Wright. Wright off the glass. And a rebound, Haggerty. K-State likes to play fast, no question.
Well, they're trying to go to McGriff because, as you pointed out, Kamari's been a load offensively lately. Nice.
Good feed. And Kamari McGriff with the stuff.
I'll tell you, P.J. Haggerty really probed those 2 big guys. He drew 2 of those defenders to him, and that allowed Kamari to get an easy one.
Debonsa right at the basket in the stub. And AJ with 2 more. And he's got 14. And Debonsa leading all scorers in this one. Inside, and 2 more for Kamari McGriff.
I'll tell you, when there's a loose ball like that on the floor, this is something that BYU has not been good at this year. You got to be gritty and go get that loose ball.
Rob Wright knocks one down.
But when you score like Debonsa and Wright, it doesn't matter quite as much. But we saw that great defensive effort on Saturday night in the second half.
Well, again, Debonsa.
Because it has all the elements of developing him for the NBA. His coach, the strength staff, the nutrition staff, the assistant coaches with all the NBA player development. It has worked out perfectly for the young man and his family.
And PJ Haggerty knocks down a 3.
Every NBA team is here this week, whether it's Darren Peterson, Sanak, and Flemings, you know, Jaden Bradley, Braden Burries, Krivas. Ton of players are going to be drafted and playing in the league someday.
Right, and it knocked away. Boot back to Wright. Kostic will try. So you mentioned a lot of NBA scouts here, and there is the CEO of basketball operations for the Jazz, Danny Ainge.
And they are doing everything they can to make sure they don't win enough games so that they stay. I mean, it's true. It's true. You know, the worst thing is when 2 of the tanking teams play each other.
It's a good watch, though.
Yeah, it is.
Haggerty knocks it down.
He scores it. Now, that's 2 buckets in a row over A.J. Debonsa. I think if you're A.J., you got to pressure him a little bit and make him put it on the floor.
Debonsa, Division I's leading scorer, and one of 3 freshmen ever to do that, along with Trae Young and Jason Connolly.
Yeah, VMI.
That was when they were scoring 120 a game. Right?
Yep.
Haggerty, look at these moves. Off balance, a little bit short, tipped out. Debonsa and the Cougars on the move.
Well, we're watching a number of really good offensive players, and this guy has proven it over 4 years. PJ Haggerty, he's keeping this Kansas State team in the picture right now. And there you see his numbers. It's a tremendous career. He's traveled the Midwest to get to this spot, but he's always productive.
BYU leading it by 4 as we close in on 6 to play.
That's good basketball right here.
Davis will fire. Out of bounds, K-State basketball.
John, what BYU's trying to do with Rob Wright, anytime there's a big man that switches onto him, they keep that defender on him. They don't let him get back to somebody else, and Rob is taking advantage of that and driving it.
Kebakeda back in for BYU, so that is good news on the injury front as he went down, appeared to have rolled his ankle. Haggerty, cuts right to the basket and draws the foul. And PJ Haggerty.
BYU the better team? Yeah, they are, but Matt Driscoll has a guy that can keep this team in the game for 40 minutes, and they better be careful.
It's an 8-0 K-State run. Diamande gets to Wright. BYU started 17-2. Kick out, Diamande. And eventually it's pulled down by C.J. Jones. Jones will try and hit. And K-State is. And he's got 14. 4-point game, under 3 to go here, first half.
Now get it back to him, Abe. Got to get it to AJ sooner.
Debonsa going to work on Johnson. Feed inside. Boop lost the handle. Now stuffs it.
Really good vision by AJ. Their lane was crowded, so he just thread the needle on a really good pass to Boot.
Manning to Haggerty, that one knocked away. And BYU a chance to tie it or take the lead with a three. Right inside.
Oh, nice play.
And that's Curtis Jones knocking it away. Jones, left hand, puts it home.
Terrific job defensively, coast to coast. And Wright had an angle because his big man set a great screen, but CJ came from nowhere on that wing.
Devonta here. And AJ. And now a turnover. Haggerty the other way. Lays it in.
What happened, John, was Moo Davis slipped at the top of the key. And so that ball was in the air, and there's only one guy that could get it, and that was PJ. This is not a good performance in the first half by BYU's defense.
Moo Davis in and out. Johnson the rebound. K-State, biggest lead of the game. They're up by 6. And Johnson turns it over. 9 turnovers on Kansas State.
And watch C.J. Jones again, the transfer from UIC, coast to coast. Great job right here. And then on this skip pass across the court, watch Moo slip, and that leaves Haggerty with the easiest opportunity to score tonight. Kind of feels like an NBA game because both of these teams are scoring at will.
Right inside. Went to Slippery Rock. And now Hadim Boop will check back in.
You know, BYU in the second half, John, we saw this on Saturday against Texas Tech. They might have to just go small with Boop at the 5 and Devonta at the 4. That's what they've got right now, although DeMonte's out here. This is supposed to be their best defensive team.
Haggerty. Castillo will try. Davis the rebound. A.J. Devonta.
Nice.
Oh, A.J. Devonta throws it down.
That was incredible footwork. He threw a couple Euro steps in there, but he's really good at that.
19. And BYU within 1. Kansas State holding for the last shot. Haggerty.
Here's the double. This is NBA style defense. Trap a great player.
And now Jones lost his footing. Rob Wright back to Devonta. And BYU has the lead.
He said making it a coach's game. He said during that 23-7 run that they had, that they went up in the game, they were playing together, they were getting stops, they were scoring off of turnovers. BYU's last 3 buckets came from dunks. He said that has to change defensively.
Rob Wright getting to work as he gets a piece of the paint, kicks to Kostic, and then Cada trying to track it down and knocked out of bounds. It'll be BYU basketball.
You know what I want to see on the other end of the court is, will Kevin Young make an adjustment as to who guards P.J. Haggerty? We saw him do a great job Saturday night against Texas Tech, Christian Anderson and Donovan Atwell.
Kostic has been cold so far, and he knocks that down.
That's a good sign. This young man was 12 for 24 before the 1 for 5 against Texas Tech. Slow start tonight, but I like the fact that he keeps shooting the 3 ball.
Alexei Kostic with his first 3 of the night. And out of bounds, it stays with K-State.
The young man from Austria. He played in the professional league in Austria. Not a high level by any stretch, but at 18 or 19, you're playing with grown men, a lot of Americans over there. And getting a chance lately, John, to really show that he can shoot the ball.
I feel for our stat guy, Marcamento. We got Kostic's on each side.
He is one of the best.
Johnson knocked away. Wright collects. Here comes BYU. Toss back to Bonsa. Davis will try.
That's good basketball. You know what I love about that? At the end of the first half, AJ flipped the ball back to Rob Wright, and right there, turnabout is fair play. Good double team. Let's see how they play Haggerty now. That's going to be a key for BYU.
Haggerty here gets the handoff. And now Castillo. Shot clock winding down. Inside, Kamari McGriff. And McGriff, Haggerty, and Johnson have been the three-headed monster for Matthew Driscoll's team.
Kamari came in shooting 67% from the field, all in the paint, and he's adding to it tonight.
DeBonsa waiting and hits.
There was a lot of contact there, but I don't know if PJ was selling it, but AJ stayed with it and just elevated.
So Matt Driscoll and Brett Smith having a chat. Here's Johnson. Off the window, wouldn't fall. Haggerty comes away with it. Haggerty in amongst the trees, spins it home, and one.
Back pocket. Boy, can he score? Wow.
Yeah, big time. Very creative. BYU by 4. Kostic buries that one.
He's feeling it. That's a good sign.
Toss up ahead to Manning with DeBonsa on him. McGriff.
There's a chance he may not play next season. It's hard to come back from an ACL when you have it this late in the year, but he will have a chance to play in the league.
DeBonsa, double team, kicks back to Wright. Lou Davis, got it.
I'll tell you, I love the ball movement right now because they're double teaming AJ and he's getting rid of it quickly. And BYU playing hot potato, which is what they've got to do when you have a guy. 35% from 3, but I'm telling you, for a guy 6'4" around the basket, he's a magician.
He hails from Crosby, Texas.
A two-man game here.
Wright kicks to Davis. DeBonsa has the smaller Castillo on him. Double team comes. And the pass intercepted by Nate Johnson.
Really good job by Nate Johnson. That's why he was Defensive Player of the Year in the MAC.
Haggerty can't hit. Rob Wright went down and grimacing as DeBonsa fills it up at the other end, and AJ's got 25.
The freshman record in the Big 12 tournament is held by a guy by the name of Kevin Durant, who dropped 37 in a championship game against Kansas.
Haggerty steps through. Shot is short. Cada and a loose ball, and eventually it's Cada to DeBonsa. AJ off balance.
And I thought
that's gorgeous.
And I thought that could have been a foul. I really do. But it was a beautiful move.
BYU leads it by 11. Johnson will try and hit. He's got 17 on 5 threes. Rob Wright will try straight on, in and out. Loose ball, and it'll be BYU back.
Time ago, when he was coaching at Texas, he told me the summer before Kevin's freshman year, he said, Coach Fran, I think I got the best player in the country. And I said, you got the best freshman in the country. He goes, no, I think I got the best player in the country. And Rick Barnes was correct, as usual.
And we got a chance, you and I together, to watch Michael Beasley deliver, and then we watched Trae Young together.
Can I just say, when we watched Michael Beasley the first time, it was one of 16 straight games you and I worked together.
That is correct.
I just couldn't afford the engagement ring.
Lou Davis knocks it out of bounds.
But we did see Michael Beasley and Billy Walker play.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's so great about this league, and you and I have been a part of it forever, is just all the great stories. We saw Jordan Henriquez tonight,
Yeah.
Now working for Kansas State's NIL. And we remember when he was a big puppy out of Port Chester, New York, many years ago.
Here's Johnson going to work on Boop. Johnson. Manning. And that jumper will go. Taj Manning, his first 3 points of the game.
John, he was 4 for 26 this season behind the arc. Let me tell you about that kid. He sat on the bench for 2 years. He has figured out a way to play with effort and help Kansas State compete.
DeBonsa. And they get a foul. And I believe, yeah, that'll be Kansas State's
Kostic.
Andre Kostic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Young man out of Belgrade, Serbia.
He is the first Serbian-born player in the history of this program, one of 5 international players on their team.
Well, college basketball is exploding with international players because of the NIL. Nice.
Inside, Boop unable to grab it, and now DeBonsa handles, shot clock winding down. AJ gets it back, puts it up.
Yep. And that's what
it's a shot clock violation.
That's what I'm talking about, Taj Manning. He was in witness protection for 2 years on that bench. He's from St. Louis. And talking to assistant coach Bill Peterson yesterday, we were talking about NBA role players. Like in the league, there's 25 stars. Everyone else is a role player. He said, this is like some of the guys he coached Giannis as a rookie. This is like the guy, there's Bill Peterson, longtime NBA assistant. He said, Taj Manning, what I love about him, John, he's figured out how to help our team by being a role player who plays hard. It's beautiful.
5-point game, under 14 to go second half. Johnson, a little ball fake, puts it on the floor, and he's contested going at the rack. Up ahead, DeBonsa answers with his stuff at the other end.
He's got 29, folks. We might see a little history tonight here at T-Mobile.
Haggerty left hand draws the...
Yeah. Rico gathers.
Oh. Haggerty with 25. And it's BYU by 5. Rob Wright with C.J. Jones on him. Wright gets a step off balance. Wright, offensive rebound inside, and he could not finish. And he got whacked in the face.
The way BYU's playing defense, this 5-point lead is precarious.
Drop to Haggerty. Tip is good. Manning follows.
Really good job by Boop staying vertical. You love seeing guys like Manning rewarded for effort.
Right kick out. Lou Davis. That missed everything. Boop. And a foul on Manning.
Watch the hustle now on the other end. Watch the great defense right here as Boop stays vertical. And then Taj Manning, really good touch. Ball's outside the cylinder. Good tip in.
BYU 70, Kansas State 67 still to come. Oklahoma State and Colorado. Davis wide open, and he buries it.
Good ball movement again. Rob Wright. Like what I love about Davis is he's taking good shots.
Johnson going to work. Right on Jones, off balance, and DeBonsa rebounds. DeBonsa on the move, at the basket, and one!